Alright, so I'm pretty sure everyone is well aware about the Typhlosion situation or the allegations that this fire starter Pokemon has happened. To sum it up pretty shortly, GameFreak had a pretty big data breach. It was not only like giga leaks, like gigs of data, but also terabytes of data being exposed of information from employees, from people that work at Game Freak, and some other stuff that's in regards of the fire type Pokemon Typhlosion. Now, I'm pretty sure Typhlosion is a pretty recognizable fire starter Pokemon to the Pokemon fans. And I know I'm pulling a Moist Critical with the title on this video saying the Typhlosion situation is crazy because it really is, all right? Like Typhlosion, a Pokemon getting a whole bunch of backlash, like the equivalent of Dr. Disrespect, not even Dr. Disrespect, that is the equivalent of like Chris Tyson is something that I did not expect. Okay, like he's getting the Drake treatment basically. Now this story or this mythology is themed relationship between humans and Pokemon, a human-like way of thinking. It starts out by saying a long time ago, when the boundary between Pokemon and humans was unclear, once upon a time there was a village. One day a girl from the village went to the mountains to collect firewood. The girl found some dry dead trees dead in the mountain, so she went deeper and deeper. When she woke up, the sun was setting and the girl had lost her way. There was a takufu, I don't know what Japanese word that is, droppings all over the place. Okay, so tafuku is not, that's like a seed, I think, which made the girl feel uneasy. Then a man was seen washing up on the other side of the forest. The man's face was unlike any other man in the village, but he was very handsome, the man said. Quote, "You must be lost. I know the way down the mountain, but it will be midnight if you follow my footsteps. I'll bring you back tomorrow morning, so why don't you stay and rest at my place tonight?" The girl had no choice but to do as the man said. The man took the girl's hand and started walking. As the sun was setting, we came to a large cave. "This is my house. You must be hungry. Wait for me." So the Typhlosion is speaking, I'm assuming. Saying this, the man went out of the cave. A short time after the man left, a red light appeared in the distance on the mountain, and the sound of trees swaying could be heard. So the man returned with a large load of red nuts. Okay, so the man is not Typhlosion, it's a separate person. Quote, "After I eat this, I'm going to sleep. Even if you wake up before me, don't look at me." When the girl woke up the next morning, the man was still asleep. The girl kept her promise to the man and continued to wait, but eventually fell asleep again. The girl was woken up by the man's voice. When she looked outside, the sun was already setting. Quote, "Let's eat some green fruit today. Wait for me." And with that, he went out of the cave. A short time after the man left, a red light appeared in the distance on the mountain. The sound of trees swaying could be heard. When the sun had completely set, the man returned home bearing a load of green nuts. The man said, quote, "After I eat this, I'm going to sleep. Even if you wake up before me, don't look at me." The girl said that she wanted to go home quickly before her family was worried about her. The man yawned loudly and smacked the girl on the head. What the fuck? The girl then completely forgot about her family and her home. Wow. Then they both ate the green fruit and fell asleep. The next day, the two of them woke up as the sun was setting. The man went to gather nuts, and the two of them ate them and went back to sleep. How many sleeps you sleeping? As life continued like this, the girl eventually realized that the man was Bakufun. So I'm assuming the Bakufun is the Japanese word for Typhlosion. As winter approached, Bakufun dug deep into the cave and said to the girl, "Go and gather some firewood, break off the top branches of the tallest trees you can find." Quote. The girl tried to do as Bakufun said, but she was afraid of tall trees, so she could only climb low ones. After collecting some branches and returning home, Bakufun said, "No, we have to be on a higher branch or else the humans will see us." As the snow began to fall, the two of them slept in the depths of the deepening hole. There was plenty of food. I woke up every now and then to eat and then to sleep again. One day, the girl woke up to find a child in her arms. What the fuck am I reading? After several days and nights had passed, the girl woke up and Bakufun said, "Your father is looking for you, but you're my wife and I can't give you back. I have to fight him." Quote, "Please stop. Please don't kill my father. How can I live with you after killing my family? You're a good person, so let's stay here and sleep." From Typhlosion says, "Okay, I'll sleep here." The man nodded. that man being Typhlosion. Next night, Bakufun woke the girl up and said, "Your father is nearby. Go and look outside." The girl went outside. A snowstorm was blowing around her. She climbed a low tree and broke its branch. When they returned to the cave, Bakufun was singing a song they had never heard before. Quote, "You have broken the branch. Your father will be here soon. Now I am going to do something bad to your father. If you kill me, you can have my eyes, my voice, and my heart. Then I want you to build a fire where I was killed and let it burn. And I want you to sing the song until it burns out." The girl said, "Please stop. You're going to kill my father. Please stop. Let yourself be killed. Goodbye. We'll never meet again." With that said, Bakufun went outside. After a while, a loud noise was heard and the girl peeked outside. Then it was revealed that the girl's father had killed Bakufun. The girl went outside and told her father, "Your father killed your son. I live with him until now. He is my husband. Please give me your husband's eyes, heart, and voice, Bakufun." The girl built a fire at the place where Bakufun had been killed and poured her eyes, heart, and voice into the flames. And while it was burning out, I sang a song I learned from Bakufun. The girl's father built a hut on the outskirts of the village and put the girl and her child in it. Eventually, spring came. The young men in the village often teased and abused the girl and her child. It got worse day by day, and at one point, they tried to cover it with the fur of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. You mean Tyrant? Because I feel like that's the Pokemon they were talking about. The girl returned home and complained to her parents, quote, "Tell the villagers not to make fun of us. If we wear those skins, we'll surely turn into Bakufuns. Even now, I'm half dead." Even though my parents tried to explain it, the people in the village would not listen. On the contrary, he became even more amused and covered the girl and the child with Tyrannosaurus furs. The girl and the child then howled loudly and disappeared into the depths of the forest. The two never returned. That's how people found out Bakufun is half human. What the fuck? I guess I'm in disbelief. I really don't know what other word to pour out that could match I guess me being overwhelmed, if that makes sense, after reading this. My eyes are purple now. I also didn't read this, but I should have been aware about it before I was reading this, where Bakufun is Japanese for Typhlosion, and there's a link to the apparently the best bestiality stories. Why would you type that in? And this drawing just speaks for itself. This meme explains perfectly where half of it is cool cut content, beta sprites, and behind the scenes info, and finding out that the Pokemon devs are a bunch of gooners and furries. This person going by the name of Stegosaurus64 made this meme of the weirdo of the month, where you have the one in January, I don't know whose that name is, February, Too Mad, March, whatever his name is, April, P. Diddy, May, Drake, June, Dr. Disrespect, July, Chris Tyson or Ava Chris Tyson, a raccoon motherfucker that I don't know of, this guy from September, and lastly, Typhlosion for October. I also want to remind you that I did read this off of a tweet and not off of a website that is secured by GameFreak to read off these leaks. I click on View PlayStation Network Status, I press Vlog on the PSN Service Status, and then I click on the socials that are on the side right of the PlayStation blog post. So the next story that I'm going to be showing but not reading, because this is the same story except it has English translation. The leaks really go from Zigzagoon to Typhlosion is a pedophile. Now I also did see this art piece that is pretty funny, because we're treating this like it's a really big situation as if Typhlosion is a celebrity, and there's this new hashtag called hashtag not all Typhlosians with the sign of a Typhlosion saying we do not claim him. This other one being made by Mexican64 saying what the F grandpa, yelling at the Pokemon Legends version of Typhlosion in that game. I forgot what type it is, but it's a different form of it. It's the original Typhlosion according to Pokemon lore. I did play Pokemon Legends for like, I don't know, like 2 hours, and then I dropped off. There's also a YouTube channel titled Typhlosion for President with over 1 million subscribers. This guy being named by Melodic Lemons 3 says somebody check on him please. And the guy for the YouTube channel actually did respond and saying what is going on, and tweet has gained a lot of traction. This one being made by Owzy or Doggeist _ on Twitter with a drawn YouTube thumbnail of Typhlosion's apology. This one saying my apology. literally being uploaded a day ago. Freaky Pokemon here, 69 God. Freaky Pokemon here, 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. I better see a Not Like Us inspired Typhlosion diss track after I upload this video, okay? Like somebody needs to make one, please. I feel like that's gonna be it for today's video about the Typhlosion situation. I know I titled it like it's a moist critical video, but we're just all being part of the fun, you know? That after Typhlosion lore being exposed as a freaky Pokemon, and a lot of people are being part of the fun, like hashtag not all Typhlosion posting an apology, a legit YouTuber called Typhlosion for president. And I also feel bad, you know, for the Pokemon artists drawing Typhlosion fan art, because when I first saw the Typhlosion trending, I'm just like, wow, that's a lot of appreciation. It's 70,000 tweets, and I see like appreciation fan art of Typhlosion, and it's not that. It's because of the GameFreak leaks of the Typhlosion lore. So with all that being said, I'll be seeing you all later with me streaming Spider-Man 2 before Venom 3 drops. I know that never came out. I'm gonna play it, but before I play it, I'm gonna play Gris before Never, because I feel like that's just it just feels right with me, because with a game that I didn't expect to almost make me shed tears, and with Never that was announced a year before, like a year prior before it came out, I didn't expect that Gris could be an underrated emotional masterpiece. That and Ori and the Blind Forest, which I'm still waiting for it to go to PlayStation. And also, if you have a PS5, if you go to the PlayStation Store, Venom 3 is on the 5th column, and if you go to it, it says play Marvel Spider-Man 2. So that's why I think it's the best occasion to finish Marvel Spider-Man 2, even though I could have finished it a year ago. It's just that even though I got 7 nominations, it didn't win any award, sadly. So just for that, I'm going to play Marvel Spider-Man 2 before Venom 3 comes out, and that's going to be the marathon stream. I'm 61% through the story. All I have is 39% left, and the average time to get the Marvel Spider-Man Platinum is 30 hours. So I have 10 hours left for the average time for me to get the Marvel Spider-Man 2 Platinum before Venom 3 comes out. So we good. With all that being said, I'll be seeing you all later when me streaming Marvel Spider-Man 2 before Venom 3 comes out. This is Wolf Dark Gray. Peace. And saying that Typhlosion, they're not like us.